Welcome to the Hustle Show.
Welcome to the show, have a seat, my nigga, recline back. Real niggas making a speech, so acknowledge that I never turn bitch to the ops. And I can promise that this 4 nickel tucked on my hip, that bitch Obama black. See a target, lock onto it, then demolish that. My shooters got degrees for they aim. They on top of that, they like he wearing skinny jeans.
Hustles, plan, and program an agenda to complete the Dr. Sebi documentary, because Dr. Sebi and his work is a very relevant piece in the contemporary history of African people. We cannot allow his story to be lost to time, because thousands of our ancestors' stories we will never know because they were not documented or recorded. And I thank Brother Nipsey's spirit for being pioneering enough, and for that brother to have enough foresight to know we have to document this elder appropriately. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Nick Cannon. But the documentary would have been important for us. We need Dr. Sebi's documentary. You need it. I need it. FDMG needs Dr. Sebi's documentary. But the white power structure isn't killing any black person for making a documentary. So I knew that wasn't the reason. I knew that wasn't the reason. That's immediately why I asked the question, was he going to invest in Dr. Sebi's products? But according to new information that came out today, it appears it is alleged that Brother Nipsey was murdered for some nigga shit. It appears, once again, that post-traumatic slavery disease, the psychological residuals of slavery, modern-day Willie Lynch, the psychopathological self-hatred and jealousy that Africans have for each other is at the foundation as to why our brother lost his life yesterday afternoon in South LA for some nigga shit. And according to what I'm being told, okay, a former associate was angered. Okay? I'm not going to deal with the snitching, because that's not it. That's not it. I don't believe he murdered him because he told him to stay away because he was a snitch. If, in fact, that were true. That's not why he lost his life. That's not why he lost his life. Okay? He lost his life because that brother, I feel, that brother believed that Nipsey Hussle owed him something. That's why he lost his life. See, being in this conscious work, you meet people all the time. I've met people over the past 20 years, and especially over the past 10 years, who think you owe them something because they were around when God put his hands on you. You have people who think that you owe them because they were in the room when God decided to bless you with divine grace. Those people didn't earn your degrees. Those people didn't give you your oratorical skill. Those people didn't bring you into this world. Those people didn't give Nipsey Hussle the intelligence that brother has to work for his community. They probably never helped him with a single business, but because they were there, they feel obligated. They feel that you are obligated to do something for them. That's why he lost his life. It was a how dare you moment. How dare you blow up, become a Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist, and not take me along for the ride when I was by your side. But being by your side does not obligate Brother Nipsey to do anything for you. The question isn't were you around. That's not the question. See, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this. Watching that video of that assassination disturbed me. Watching that video of that assassination disturbed me. The brother who took Brother Nipsey's life, he was full of hate, rage, to put bullets into someone and then come back and put more bullets into them to make sure they are gone. That is jealousy. That is intense envy. That is rage. That is hatred. And why? Because you were around. Because you were around. You believe he owes you something. Nobody is owed anything because they were around. You may be owed because you assisted in a significant way in bringing about the opportunities that led to another person's life. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I would agree that maybe some sort of restitution is owed to you if you are in fact the critical reason, or if you were a critical part in someone's ascension to success. But just because you was a part of the clique, you was a part of the crew, you was a part of the tribe, you think you're automatically entitled? I don't think so. In my 10 years on top of the Black consciousness movement, in my 10 years as the most requested Black scholar on earth, 7 continents on the planet, period, I've had people who've come out of the woodworks. I've had bookstores say we made him. I've had coons in the conscious community say we've made him. I've had elders and organizations say we made him. Well, if that's the case, I'll take some words from our brother Sean Carter, Jay-Z, who said, if you made me, go make another me. If you made me, then why can't you go make another me? Brother Nipsey was murdered because somebody thought he owed them something because they were there during the rise. Nobody is obligated to give you something just because you were there. Did you do the work? Did you do the work? What did you do to help him get to where he is? Too many people are saying they are owed because they were next to you. I was in the car. I went to school with you. We was in the same organization. Negro, what did you do to help me get to where I am? That brother died for jealousy and envy. That brother died for jealousy and envy. The same reason Malcolm passed. Jealousy and envy. The same reason Tupac passed. Jealousy and envy. Same reason Biggie passed. Jealousy and envy. Patrice Lumumba, jealousy and envy. Thomas Sankara, jealousy and envy. Oh yes. Oh yes. Am I saying the white man's hand was not in it? Of course. The white man loves black on black homicide. The white man loves when niggas fight. He loves it because it gives him an opportunity to complete his agenda at your expense. The white man loves to see prominent black folks at each other's neck so he can come in and exploit your differences for his own personal gain. Yeah. The white man needed Patrice Lumumba dead, but it was a jealous coon who carried it out. Yes, they needed Malcolm X dead, but it was jealous coons who carried it out. Yes, they needed Dr. King dead, but it was jealous coons inside of Dr. King's camp that carried it out. Yes, they needed Thomas Sankara. Yes, they needed Amilcar Cabral dead, but it was jealous haters who carried it out. Yes, they needed Jesus Christ dead, but if it wasn't for Judas, if it wasn't for Judas, the government may have never realized their plan to assassinate the Christ. That's right. See, my first post yesterday, I said, Brother Nipsey was murdered by Judas. People said, what are you talking about, Ifa Tunde? What are you talking about, Dr. Umar? Why are you assuming it was one of us? Because I know us. Why would a white man hire a white man to go into the black community to kill a black man when there's so many other niggas ready and willing to do it for him? I'll ask the question again. Why would the white man hire a white man to go into a black community and murder a black man when there's so many black people who are willing to do it themselves? Why did you need to hire white folks to go into the Audubon ballroom to murder Malcolm when he already had enough Negroes who wanted to do it themselves? Why did they need to hire a white man to murder Sankara? Okay? When you already had enough Negroes who were willing to do it themselves. It is white supremacy plus Negro envy. It is white supremacy plus Negro envy. You can't get one without the other. We are always complicit. We are always complicit in the grand design of our oppressor. And I'm not going to rule out that the white man didn't have anything to do with this. I am not going to rule out that the white man had anything to do with this. He may have had something to do with this. Again, he exploits pre-existing tensions. He could have let the brother know where Nipsey was. He could have fabricated some text messages. We know how COINTELPRO works. I'm not saying the white man wasn't involved in this. We know he was involved because, after all, he controlled the mind of the assassin. If nothing else, the white man controlled the mind of the assassin. So he was involved directly or indirectly. We know he was involved indirectly because the mind that murdered Nipsey Hussle yesterday was not an African mind. It was a European mind. The mind that murdered Nipsey was not an African mind. It was a European mind. It may have been a black body. It may have been a black body that murdered our brother, but the mind was that of a Neanderthal. The mind was that of the pale man. Okay? The mind that murdered Nipsey was European, although the body may have been black. So we know the oppressor was indirectly involved. We know the oppressor was indirectly involved. The only question is whether he was directly involved. But what it's looking like right now, what it's looking like at this moment, is that assassination was some good old-fashioned nigga shit. I'm letting y'all know right now. Okay? I don't care how long you knew me. I don't care what you've ever done to help me or assist. I don't care which one of my organizations you are a part of. I don't care if I was your co-worker. I don't care if you brought me a nice ice-cold spring water. When I do the hiring for FDMG, and when I select volunteers for FDMG, that will purely be based on what is best for our boys. Let me say it again. What I saw happen to our brother yesterday demands that I make it clear to everyone in the Pan-African world. Okay? Please don't relocate to Delaware thinking I'm obligated to give you a job. If you relocate to Delaware, it's because you want to be a part of the most significant black revolutionary movement in American history since Garvey. That's the only reason why you're relocating to Delaware, because you want to be close to the mecca of black power, which will be the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, which will be the Team Pan-African headquarters, which will be the National Independent Black Parent Association. Move to Delaware because you want to be close to the heart and post of the struggle. Move to Delaware because you want to be a member of that struggle. You want to participate in that struggle. Don't move to Delaware because you expect that Dr. Umar to give you a job. Don't move to Delaware because you expect that Dr. Umar to guarantee you some sort of position of leadership or employment at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Do not come because you might be disappointed. You might be disappointed. I have 2,500 resumes. 2,500 resumes. And I'm going to choose the best people for those positions. It could be somebody I know. It may be somebody I don't know. But I'm going through every resume and I'm choosing what's best for our boys. Don't come to me telling me I owe you a damn thing. This is the business of reconstructing the African mind to bring about an authentic African world revolution. That is the purpose of FDMG. It is not about hooking up my homies. It is not about paying back former allies. That school is for our children and for our children only. I hope that Brother Nipsey's family give him a traditional Ethiopian African homegoing ceremony. Ethiopia is the birthplace of man. That's where God first put the first female. The first human being was a female, and that first human being, which was a female, gave birth to the first male. And Brother Nipsey was of the original Ethiopian people. That brother was from the original people of this earth. Our African ancestors along the Nile Valley Crescent. I hope his family, if he's Eritrean, it's the same people, brothers and sisters. Let's not flip out. Eritrea broke away from Ethiopia. Let's not get into European border disputes, okay? We are one people. I don't play tribalism. Eritrean, Ethiopian, but I do want to be clear. Our brother was Eritrean. Respect. Our brother was Eritrean. Okay? But if you've ever been to Ethiopia and Eritrea, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to Pakistan and India, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to Senegal and Gambia, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to South Africa and Lesotho, you know that those are the same people. Let's not play divide and conquer, separate and rule, because that's how our brother lost his life. That's how our brother lost his life. So I'm hoping, remember, there was an Ethiopia before there was an Eritrea. There was an Ethiopia before there was an Eritrea, okay? But I do respect the Eritrean people and the independence of the Eritrean government, and I hope that our brother gets a traditional Nile Valley homegoing ceremony, a traditional Eritrean homegoing ceremony. He deserves that. Give him an African burial with all the honors that should be bestowed upon a freedom fighter of the people, because that's what Brother Nipsey Hussle was. He was a freedom fighter for the people, and he should be buried with 4 Eritrean honors, 4 Ethiopian honors, 4 Pan-African honors, 4 Nile Valley culture honors. Let's send our brother home the right way. Let's send our brother home the right way with a beautiful, beautiful East African Eritrean homegoing ceremony. Now, with that being said, I wanted to lighten up everyone's day tonight by showing you a gift that I received in the mail from East Africa. Brother Nipsey's from East Africa, and it's so ironic that I went to the mailbox yesterday, but I finally opened it up tonight, and a brother who I never met, a brother from Tanzania, East Africa, who I never met, sent me this beautiful African statue made of mapingo wood, brothers and sisters. Look at this. Look at the artwork. Look at the detail. Look at this. A brother who I don't even know spent his own Tanzanian money to send Dr. Umar a custom-made statue of our ancestors. An ancestral tree. And for those of you who don't know, this is made out of Mapingo wood. M-P-I-N-G-O. Mapingo wood. Mapingo wood is one of the hardest, strongest woods in the world. It is one of the heaviest woods in the world. And if memory serves me correctly, it only grows in Tanzania. It only grows in Tanzania. This wood is so strong, brothers and sisters, you cannot drive a nail through it unless you first drill into it. You cannot screw into this wood unless you first drill into it. It is one of the blackest woods. It is one of the darkest woods. The Mapingo tree is a symbol, as my brother Ibrahim taught me in the paper he sent me along with this beautiful gift. The Mapingo tree is a symbol of African resistance, because you cannot break this wood. You cannot destroy this wood. And just like we are the children of Africa, we are unbreakable. We cannot be destroyed. You can beat this wood. You can slam this wood. You can try to burn this wood. You can try to hammer this wood, screw this wood, drill this wood, screw this wood, drill it. And guess what? The wood remains. This is the symbol of us, the Mapingo. This statue weighs about 50 pounds. This statue weighs about 50 pounds, brothers and sisters, and I want to show this to you. I want to show you what a brother from Africa sent to Dr. Umar. I want you to see this beautiful piece of artwork that a brother I never met sent, and he said he sent it because he appreciates what I'm doing for the struggle. He said, I'm going to give you this gift, Dr. Umar, because I see what you're doing for our children and for our people. And I'm showing y'all this because at a time where the community is grieving the loss of our brother Nipsey Hussle, at a time where the community is grieving the loss of our brother Nipsey Hussle, I need you to know that there are Africans around the world. There are Africans around the world who do operate on positivity, who do operate on collectivity, who do operate on unity, who do operate on oneness, who do operate in a Pan-African mindset. I'm going to offer this to my ancestors tonight. This is going on the ancestral altar tonight. This is being given to my ancestors tonight. Okay, private ceremony, just me and the ancestors, but I want to thank my brother Ibrahim. He paid a lot of money to ship this. And I don't know if he carved this by his own hands or if he purchased it, but Mapingo is also one of the most expensive woods in the world. Mapingo is also one of the most expensive woods in the world. This is one of the most expensive woods in the world. And that brother spent his own money to get this shipped all the way from East Africa, Tanzania, to your brother Dr. Umar Johnson. Don't tell me Africans on the continent don't care about us. Don't tell me Africans on the continent don't want to unite with us. Don't tell me Africans on the continent have turned their backs. Of course you have some coons on the continent. You got coons in America. You got coons in the conscious community. We got coons all over the world. Wherever there's Africans, there's coons. But this right here was one of the most beautiful gifts I've ever received. And the fact that it came from the Fertile Crescent, the fact that it came from the land before time, the fact that it came from East Africa where God first put man, which is the black man and woman, does my heart good. On the day that we mourn our brother Nipsey Hussle, I can also smile and say the promise of Pan-Africanism is still here. I can also smile and say the promise of Pan-Africanism is still here, brothers and sisters. I'm offering this to the ancestors tonight. A piece of East Africa on my shrine. A piece that is called Mapingo wood. M-P-I-N-G-O. Do your research on Mapingo wood, one of the hardest, strongest, most expensive woods in the world, grown exclusively in East Africa. Mapingo wood. The wood of our ancestors. This is the unbreakable wood. In fact, I'm going to start referring to African Americans as the Mapingo people. Damn that black shit. We the Mapingo people. Nat Turner was of the Mapingo. Gabriel Prosser was of the Mapingo. Denmark Vesey was of the Mapingo. Ida B. Wells was of the Mapingo. Fannie Lou Hamer was of the Mapingo. Bishop Turner was of the Mapingo. Dr. King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Huey P., Little Bobby Hutton, Fred Hampton was of the Mapingo people. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to take a couple questions. If you have a question for Dr. Umar, not a speech, but a comment or a question, go ahead and tap in, and I'm going to see what I can do. I'm only going to take a few because I got to offer my new gift to the ancestors. Go ahead and tap in if somebody has a question or comment for the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm not going to keep you too long. Okay. Rashad McDaniel is unable to join. Ricky Tan, Colossal Culture. We waiting on Colossal Culture going once, Colossal Culture going twice. Here we go, Colossal Culture. What's going on, black man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
All is well. Where you at in the world, brother? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Richmond, VA, man. I really want you to come out here too, man.
Richmond, VA. I will be in. I need to get out to Richmond. I ain't been to Richmond in about 3 years, my brother. So I need to get back to Richmond. I definitely. Now, the closest I will be to you, just to let you know, I will be at Prince George's County Community College in Maryland, Largo, Maryland, on Thursday, May the 2nd.
Okay.
Thursday, May the 2nd. But we're going to do something in Richmond, so you make sure you take my number. Do you have my cell phone?
Oh, no.
You got a pen on you?
Let me get one real quick. I'm at work, so it should be a pen somewhere.
Okay.
I'm ready for you.
215.
Okay.
989. 9858.
Okay.
All right. So if you know of a place in Richmond that can seat about 500 people, let me know so I can look into that because I need to get back to Gabriel Prosser City. I got to get on back to Gabriel Prosser City. So definitely let me know. But you be safe out here, brother, because a lot of us we not in our African minds, we in our European minds. A lot of brothers out here on these streets are in our European minds, so I need you to stay safe out there. All right?
Most definitely. I wanted before we go, man. I
Sure.
just wanted to tell you, thank you, man. I appreciate everything that you're doing. You know, I'm watching your videos for a couple of years now. You helped me pick up books and just figure more about myself. So I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. You ain't dating no white girls, are you? All right.
Nah.
All right.
Never.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Never follow me. You'll see.
Hey, black man for black woman. That's the only way we doing it. That's the only way we doing
That's
it.
a fact.
Get in touch with me, brother.
Keep this live up so I can post this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got you. All right, brother.
Thank you.
Be safe, man. Richmond, Virginia. Okay. Let's see who else we got. Waiting for Kalani. Kalani going once. Kalani going twice. Where you at, Kalani? Kalani going 3 times. I think we got Kalani. Sister Kalani, how you doing?
Hey, Dr. Umar.
How's everything, beautiful? Where you at in the world?
Everything's going okay. How
Say
are
that
you?
again. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Okay, princess.
Mm-hmm.
What's your question or comment? Everything going okay for you?
Well, I've been trying to talk to you for a minute now.
Okay.
Like, I love everything that you're doing. You're really like, I don't know, your history, walking, like as we speak right now, you're just history to me. I have sickle cell anemia, and I have a 14-month-old son.
Okay.
And you know, you already know how sickle cell is,
Yes.
you know, and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I really need to, I'm trying to start my own 501c because it's not really a lot that you can do. But I mean, we can protest and things of that nature, but people really don't respect you when you don't.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When you don't have the the paperwork, or you don't have the education.
Yeah.
So right now I am in school to, you know, just get my bachelor's in nursing. And I'm also, you know, trying to start my 501c to, you know, basically, you know, raise, you know, be able to raise the awareness and stuff like that with sickle cell. Every year, me and my mom and stuff, we go down to Congress, and we fight and stuff, and we bring some of our doctors come with us, and we show them like how many deaths, you know, sickle cell has caused in a year, how billions of dollars that we're bringing into the pharmaceutical companies alone, and the other billions that we're bringing into, you know, the hospitals, and just, you know, all of this stuff that, you know, we contribute the same as the cancer patients. We see the same doctors as the cancer patients and everything, and it's just like they still have yet to state this is a state of emergency. And you know, when they state a disease is a state of emergency, is one, you have to inform the public, and two, you have to you know, start funding to, you know, and make laws in the hospital where it's protocol for these types of patients. And you know, in the children's world, in the children's hospital, Dr. Umar, when we go in with a crisis, I swear to you not, we go straight back.
Yes.
Like, we skip around, we go straight back. You know, they start fluids, everything. But it's crazy because as we start to get older, our doctors and nurses and everybody, they start, you know, tell us that, you know, you're going to the adult world, and, you know, it can get scary. So they just, you know, like, you really, guys got to really take care of you, yourselves. You know, it's not going to be the same in the adult world. Like, these are health professionals. Like, my doctor that I've been with for like 10 years, just telling me, like, you know, Kalani, you know, make sure, you know, you take this medicine, and make sure you do this.
Right.
Sure, you know,
let me jump in on you. 3 things that come to mind. Okay. Number 1. You may want to have a consult with Dr. Sabi's wife in Brooklyn. She has a store in Brooklyn. Okay. And they have proven to eliminate sickle cell, to reverse it. Okay. That's 1. Number 2, you might also want to have a consult with Dr. Laila Africa. He is also one of our foremost nutritionists and naturopathic doctors who has also reversed many diseases. Okay. I want you to take my number, because you're going to text me, and I'm going to send you the information on how to get in contact with both of them. Okay? Dr. Sabi's wife, as well as Dr. Laila Africa, who's in Indiana. So let me know when you have the pen.
Okay, I'm getting the pen right now. Okay, I carry pens with me everywhere I go. Okay, I have the pen and the paper.
Okay, 215.
215
989
989
9858.
9858.
Yes, and what I want you to do, text me tomorrow morning, because if you text me tonight and I look at it, I may forget to get back to you. But if you text me in the morning, I'll text that right to your phone. Okay. Third thing, because you have a baby that has sickle cell, right?
No. He has a trait.
He has the trait. He just has the trait.
Yeah, he has the trait.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. The trait also runs in my family. I don't have it, but it runs in my family. Here's the other thing too. You and your mother could work with me to start a national Black sickle cell foundation where we organize all the Black people in the country with sickle cell, and we train them and we unite them. Okay, so we can all come together under the same umbrella and work together on solutions and strategies, techniques, put out a regular newsletter for Black people with sickle cell, because sickle cell can be a very, very dangerous condition. People die from it, okay? And we have so many Black people with sickle cell. I know, because I get their emails, I get their phone calls, and I want you and your mother to work with me. So when we open up the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy as part of the national, it's okay to cry, babe, it's okay, but as part of the National Independent Black Parent Association, y'all can help me organize so we can service all of our Black children who have that trait. You follow me? That's what we want to do. Yes. It's okay to cry. You let that pain out. Don't keep it in, because energy can only kill you. Let that energy out. It's okay to cry. You're not by yourself. I'm with you. Everybody else in this live feed is also with you, little sister. And I want you to get in touch with me because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you to work, and we're going to set up an email account, and we're going to start letting people know that if you have sickle cell, email the sister. You're going to create a database. We're going to create a database of all the black people in the country with sickle cell. And then once FDMG is open next year, we're going to have a conference, a National African American Sickle Cell Conference, where we can all come together and unite and organize to help protect ourselves for those of us who have the sickle cell. What do you think about that?
I love it. Like, and that's what made me tear, because it's just like I said, I've worked with like doctors and stuff for years, and it's we're gonna organize this and that stuff. Like, I remember when you were talking about the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff. Like, I just didn't understand. Sickle cell really affects people of African descent. I'm not understanding why aren't people wearing the burgundy ribbons? If this is y'all movement, like, why not put, you get what I'm saying, a disease that affects, our people, to be exact. Why are y'all, you get what I'm saying, y'all walking for Black Lives Matter. Why are y'all not, you get what I'm saying, bring it to the world? Y'all, being televised and going to all these meetings and organizing. Why not, you get what I'm saying, also bring up why y'all talking to, these higher power people. Oh, and this is also a disease that affects our people the most, and they're getting treated like trash in the hospital by health professionals. And it feels like, to be kicked. I never kick nobody while they're down. If we're sick in the adult world, it feels, you're getting kicked while you're already down. Like, you're sick. And it's just like, they don't care. There's a lot of racist doctors.
Yes, it is.
If you not. Yes, and it's just like, I'm already in pain. You see me screaming and crying, and it's, she can wait. We have a gunshot victim coming in, or just all these other things. And it's just, sometimes you feel like, because like I said, I was born like this. I just feel like I'm in a, you get what I'm saying, I'm in a prison without doing a crime. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in prison. I didn't do nothing. I was born like this. And when I say